Hola. Okay. I know I'm trying to hold my phone, so I'm going to try not to make it shake. But what we're doing now, since it's October 5th, I'm going to show you now how I'm going to set up to do my, I'm going to use the word ritual, but you already know what I think that word means. And this, I'm just going to kind of like walk through. I just kind of like took notes, and I'm just going to try to explain it the easiest way and then demonstrate. Okay? So this full moon is in 12 degrees Aries. This full moon has a strong Mercury flavor, so that just means like communicating your feelings will be like a major theme over the next few weeks. All right, the Aries full moon is going to be helping us to come face to face with obstacles that are like holding us back in life. I could go on and on about that, but we'll just leave that there. Now, sometimes obstacles are necessary as they allow us to weigh up what we really want and what we are willing to do to make it happen. So obstacles also help to direct us on our path. I just lead by example, and that's one good example of how I got through a lot of obstacles, but that's a whole nother video. So this Aries full moon is going to be an obstacle crusher. You can do your own research on why I say that and why it's called the harvest moon. I'm just going to do some keywords out there for you. And one of the reasons I say that is because this is the first full moon after the equinox. Okay? So this Aries full moon is going to be an obstacle crusher. So whatever obstacles are in your way, this full moon is going to help you smash past them and make it to the other side. However, in order to do this, you first have to be willing to surrender and release fear. Now, there is really only way to release fear, and that is through self-belief. That just is anything in life. If you doubt yourself, nothing will work. When you believe in yourself, when you believe in life, your path, and your future, fear can be no match. Now, this ritual is designed to help you not only like tune into your heart's desire and to believe in yourself, but it will also allow you to shed any fears that are holding you back. That's one reason I'm really even opening up and sharing this. You know, I just feel like that's what I chose to do, so that's what I'm doing. So the majority of the work comes from feelings, your heart's desire, and believing it. Once you do that, the rest will gradually fall into place. And that's just with anything I do. That's just with anything I work with, any air quote spell, etc., etc. So I'm just going to move my book, and I'm going to hit pause, and I'll be right back. All right. This is kind of a cluttered space, but this is where I'm setting it up, so that's why I'm just putting it right here. So what you're going to need for this, and I read it somewhere, like a Aries full moon ritual for finding your heart's desire. Okay? It's a harvesting moon. Some call it a dead moon. Some call it a super moon. The last harvest moon, or AKA, I call it a harvest moon, so I'll just leave it at that, was in 2009. So anyway, you'll need sage, or you can use Palo Santo. And I got extra because my stuff never like burns. That's all I have left. But I like it when it does burn. You need black tea leaves. But I only have the oolong tea. If you can see it. So you need black tea leaves. Whoops. And black tea has a lot of benefits too that I really didn't know about. You need 3 of your favorite crystals. So these are my working crystals. This is just like my always cleanse little working crystals. So this is my go-to. Well, this is one of them. I have a whole case of 30 in my living room. So you need to pick 3 of your favorite crystals. You can choose whatever ones you want, and a pen and paper, which is right here, and paper. So that's what you're going to need, okay? Now, this air quote ritual is best done before bed. You can do this, well, the full moon was really full last night, and you could see it. I can't see the full moon at all tonight, but I'm also harvesting more moon water. This is other moon water I did, and I'm going to even show you how to do the symbols. I used to call those sigils. They're not sigils, they're symbols, and I'll explain what that is. So, this ritual is best done before bed, but you can do this ritual October 3rd through the 8th. That's when you can really like harvest the full moon, 2 days before, 2 days after. All right, so now I'm about to walk you through when I set it up, okay? All right, I already started boiling my tea. My tea's on the stove, and I'm boiling my tea now, so I can move this. Now, I know that I'm working now with this full moon for like my heart's desires to get past obstacles. So I want like a stone of protection or a stone good for meditation, because I found out a lot about meditation. And I know that we do earn merit with study and meditation, but we also earn merit by like water offerings, etc., etc. And that's what I've been doing a long time, and it sits on a symbol. And I've been doing that forever, but I see, look, it's almost gone, so I need to do that. But anyway, on subject, I'll probably use lapis lazuli. Now, to me, which stones mean everything to everybody differently. Lapis lazuli, and here's some littler ones, some tumbled ones. I don't have any big rough ones. So what lapis lazuli represents to me is like acquiring wisdom, or like that esoteric knowledge. And lapis lazuli to me, some say lapis lazuli, some say lapis lazuli. To me, it's like a connection between the physical and the celestial. And if a keyword I had to put in one word, it would be like psychic ability or intuition. And I already mentioned it's like a stone of protection. So lapis lazuli would probably be one. I can only pick 3. We really only want to work with 3. And with selenite, I probably wouldn't even use that. I would probably just use like a whole piece. And I'll show you how we're going to set it up. But I know for sure I'm using lapis lazuli. I like snowflake obsidian. It's excellent for grounding and protection. And I'm really working with my obstacles are meditation and grounding. The simplest things. So I'd probably use snowflake obsidian, which is excellent for grounding and protection. Because you know obsidian wards off negativity. And it's good for like introspection. So anyway, it helps one to see where changes need to be made with oneself. Like, if I'm saying that right. So anyway, I might use snowflake obsidian if you can even see it. It's just a little tumble piece. Now, I love howlite. I have a few pieces of it. And I only got it because my son's name's Howard. But I do love howlite. And now, howlite is like a stone of memory or knowledge or like progress. I love it. And it encourages reasoning or like discernment, patience, stuff like that. But howlite's good like if you have pains. It can eliminate pain, stress, and anger. And to me, this is a good crown chakra crystal. So I might use these 3. I don't know. I might add selenite because I am a big, huge selenite fan. And I do have a little piece of amazonite. Now this can help heal heart trouble, depression, and reduces anxiety. It does all kinds of stuff. If you have like headaches, you can put this against your skin and it will reduce headaches, especially like migraines or cramps. Amazonite is good for like what? It's good for mood swings, like coming to terms with like grief. It can offer vitality and joy. I just love amazonite. It's great for like heart and throat, I think, chakra work. I don't know. I might use that. But selenite, and I do have these little pieces, but I accidentally put them in water. So they're like, they just feel like matte. Or you can use like selenite. And selenite to me like helps mental clarity. I don't think people understand what selenite is. You can put this under your bed. You will have clarity and like, selenite just has so many properties. Mental clarity, meditation. It can be used for a tool like in accessing past and future lives just by rubbing it. I have a, let me show you what I got. I got this little palm stone that I always hold like in my classes because this helps aid in future lives and past lives just by gently rubbing the stone. And it's a great crown chakra. I got a lot of selenite hearts too. So I don't know, I just like selenite too. Now, like if you just even hold selenite or like that palm stone, and within 15 minutes, clarity and balance will be restored within your body. Like that's how powerful selenite is. And it's like the underdog to me, but to me, all I need is selenite and clear quartz. So anyway, I'm picking my 3 stones, which will probably be these, but I'm not sure yet. Okay. Now, while our tea's on, we have the tea boiling. We picked out our 3 stones. Now you need to take your Palo Santo or your sage and sage this area where you're working. Like just take about 10 or 15 minutes and sage your area, sage yourself, and like come back to yourself. Okay? So I'll give everybody a time to just get a pen and paper and write and take notes what we're doing here. So right now at this step, we have the tea boiling because we have to let the tea cool. We picked out our 3 stones we're going to work with. We're going to sage our area, and then I'll be back for the next step. Okay, now we're back. So everything's saged now. Our tea is cooling because we already boiled our tea. Now, just a FYI, if you sage your area, like my sage is insane, okay? But you can, if you use Palo Santo, this is more aligned with the vibrations of Aries. And since it's an Aries full moon, that was just an FYI, just in case you wanted to know that. So anyway, you let your tea cool off. Now, do not add milk to your tea, okay? You just want the tea water. So the tea's cooling. We already cleansed our area and the surroundings. We lit the 4 candles. You just light them in a square. Let me turn this off. I don't know if that's better. Okay, we lit the 4 candles and we light them in a square. Make your square big enough because we have to put stuff in the middle of the square. These candles are just tea light candles. They're green. I'll probably use white, but I'm just showing you green now because green is prosperity. So if you're trying to harvest prosperity, you could use green. Or whatever you're doing here. It's your heart's desire. We're just moving past obstacles. So if you feel like you have lack with financial, okay, harvest green. And this is the other crystal I'm going to be using, my heart selenite. So anyway, now we lit the 4 candles in a square shape, okay? 1 candle in each corner. We're going to take our cup of cool tea. I'm just doing this now to show you. This is not my cup of tea, apparently. But I'm using this cup. Life is good. Celebration. What's it say? Make memories. So we light the 4 candles after we sage. We put the cup of black tea after it's cooled, whoa, in the middle. Okay? Now, whatever crystals you decide to use, you can place them however you want inside the square. Let me place mine just like that for now. Okay? So now we place our 3 crystals that we choose for whatever we're doing here inside the square. Now, I can't show you me now because my front camera doesn't work, so just listen now for a few seconds. You're going to gently begin rubbing your heart center area in a circular motion. Okay? You're going to start activating the energy. So start rubbing your heart after you do this part and sitting in front of here because it's already cleansed. Start rubbing your heart center in a circular motion. We're going to activate the energy. After you do that for about a good 3-4 deep breaths and you're just activating your energy, place your hands in a prayer position and rest them against your heart center. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to take about 10, I would take at least 20. 20 deep breaths, and as you breathe, you are imagining your heart center opening up. Okay? So right now I'll let you go ahead and process what I just said and we'll be right back. All right, we've taken about 10, 15 deep breaths now. And you're just imagining your heart center opening up like a flower bud or like a ball of white or pink light. It's gradually getting bigger and bigger, okay? Now, if you can't like visualize or do that, you can repeat to yourself, I am now opening my heart center to release and unlock my true desires. You can just keep repeating that as you're just trying to open your heart center here. So if you can't like visualize, you can just say, I am now opening my heart center to release and unlock my true desires. Now we're still sitting here. Once you feel like a gentle buzz or like a hum in your heart center, I mean, this could take more than 10 or 15 breaths. It can take a second, but once you feel, remember, whatever you put in is what you get out. So once you feel like that gentle hum or that buzz, gently and quietly ask your heart to show you or to tell you its desire. You're going to like personally talk to your heart. Ask your heart what it needs from you, just get personal with yourself. It gets scary for some people, but after all, you are here watching a video how to harvest energy for a full moon. All right. You may see it as a written word or a vision. You may hear it being spoken to you, or you may just get a feeling of or knowing. You just know what your heart needs from you. So trust whatever feelings or messages arrive and try not to judge. Just keep it simple. Okay? Keep it simple. That's my whole motto in anything I do. So now we're going to take our pen and paper and begin writing down whatever messages are unfolding. It's kind of like what you do in the morning when you wake up with a dream. You hurry up and write stuff down before you start moving because then you forget everything. Except some dreams you remember forever. So anyway, you're going to start writing down everything you can remember for later. Now write as much or as little. It doesn't matter, either or. Just write whatever comes up to you. And just follow your inspiration. Alright, for this ritual, like I said, we're just going to keep it simple. I want to show you what else I got. Look at this I got for the dollar store. It's big. I'm going to harvest moon water in this, and I got this at the Dollar Tree for $1. So I'm going to put this out tonight for some full moon water, and I can show you more rituals because I'm doing one with my friend on Rosemary Specials. So anyway, I'll give you time to process what we just said, okay? So at this point, we're taking out our pen and paper, and we're writing down whatever messages are coming up or unfolding for us. All right. So now, once you have an understanding or even a glimmer of your heart's desire, you're going to like rub your hands together while repeating your desire. So whatever popped up in that time that you wrote down, now you're just repeating your desire as you're rubbing your hands together, okay? Because you know when we rub our hands together to do like Reiki work, or Reiki, however you pronounce it, or even just to check an aura, you rub your hands first and get that energy going. So now you're just repeating your heart's desire, okay? You can place them inside the square around your tea. Remember, this is tea. You can place them around your tea mug, okay? Why are we using black tea? Because I wasn't going to use black tea. I was going to use Jamaican hibiscus. But black tea holds the energy and vibration of fire and Mars. Okay, so Aries, ruling element and planet, is Mars. So anyway, while holding, so now we're putting all our stuff down, right? Okay, so now we're going to pick up our teacup. And we're just going to repeat our heart's desire 3 times to yourself. It's that simple. So whatever our heart desire is, we're going to pick up our teacup that's cooled with no milk, our black tea. And we're going to hold it and we're going to repeat our heart's desire 3 times. And then you're going to take a sip of the tea. And the sip symbolizes you like infusing your heart's desire into your entire body. And it also symbolically adds strength to your desire. Okay? Now, I'll give you a second to process that. We'll be right back. Oops, it's blurry. Okay. Now I just repeated 3 times with my teacup in my hand, a black tea, my heart's desire. Okay? Then you place your teacup back in the center. Just give it a minute. Don't rush any of this. Like, I feel emotional just even doing this, and I'm not even doing it yet. So I'm just showing so other people can do this with us. I mean, with me and my children. So anyway, you place your teacup back into the center of the candles with your crystals, okay? You leave your paper folded up in the middle. You're just resting your hands over your heart saying thank you. Now, you can blow your candles out, because remember, you're doing this before you go to bed. Or you can just sit here and just, I mean, when we meditate, let's at least try to sit down for 10-15 minutes. But if you can't do that, that's not required. You can go ahead and blow out the candles, okay? But keep everything else in place. Your petition, or your heart's desire, and your crystals, and your black tea. Now, the next morning when you wake up, take your tea and wash your hands with it. And as you're washing your hands, because you're just going to like dump this over your hands or have somebody dump it over your hands in the morning. When you're washing your hands in the morning with the tea, you say, I now wash away the fears of yesterday and release myself from the obstacles holding me back. My phone almost died, sorry. I forgive and let go of the past and know that I no longer need, excuse me, and I no longer need to carry it with me. I wash away my fears and replace them with the wisdom of my heart's desire. My heart's desire of, then you fill in the blanks, now flows through me and leads at every turn. Nothing is impossible as long as I am following my heart's desire. And then how you close this ritual, you just just clear out your candles and your crystals and put your stuff all back. And that's a full moon, harvest moon ritual. Over and out.